Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and welcome to Buffalo's #1 home improvement show. I'm your host, Domenic Cortese. Each week, we introduce you to some of the area's most qualified home improvement contractors and offer tips and techniques for the do-it-yourself projects. If you're one of those do-it-yourselfers that doesn't mind getting your hands dirty, you can find many of our DIY tips on our website, hammertimetv.com. On the other hand, if you want to stick strictly to hiring the pros and let them get their hands dirty, then you've come to the right place. Coming up, you'll meet 3 of these pros on today's show: Ava Roofing, HW Brick & Sons, and Beauty Pools. They're here to give you some helpful tips to planning your spring and summer projects. And last week, in the first of his 2-part series, Phil showed us how to hang drywall. What's the next step, Phil?
Precision plus patience equals perfection. Today, I'm going to teach you how to tape and coat mud. We're going to go over the proper tools to use and the proper application. That's coming up.
But first, some questions have come in this week, so let's get to it. It's time for Viewer Mail.
Viewer Mail is brought to you by Flooring Solutions of Western New York. Let our expertise be the answer to your flooring needs.
My favorite part of the show is Viewer Mail, and it's where I get to solve all of your home improvement problems right here on Hammertime TV. Our first is an email question. Oliver from Williamsville writes, "What would you suggest I do to resolve an issue with my driveway? It's pitched towards my house, causing water to leak into my basement." That is definitely cause for concern, Oliver, and you will need to have that problem solved quickly to help minimize any further damage and destruction to your basement. You could consider having concrete leveling done, where a hydraulics mixture will be pumped underneath the collapsed slab and actually tip it to be level and pitched away from the house. That is one option. The second option would be to have the concrete replaced. This will involve wholesale removal of that concrete and then reinstallation with the right grade and elevation and drainage away from the house to minimize that water going towards the house, which is definitely cause for concern because we certainly want to reduce and eliminate any water from entering into the basement. Our next question is a video submittal from Olivia.
Hey Domenic, Olivia from South Buffalo. I bought a house, a Victorian 1915, and fell in love with it based on its dual staircase. Unfortunately, it's missing a couple of spindles. Where do I go for those? Do I have to replace the entire staircase? Help, please.
No need to panic, Olivia. We can help you. It's actually a simple fix. We need to, first of all, identify the shape and style of the spindles. You can either do that online by shopping there, or you could go to a woodworking store and look for those spindles. The installation is fairly simple. They just need to be slid back in place where the originals were, nailed and secured and glued, and then stained or painted to match. Our last question this Sunday morning is a Facebook question. It comes from John. John writes, "Great show, Domenic." Thank you, John. Quick question. I'm heading down to the home show, but wanted to get your opinion first as to which is better, concrete or blacktop? Which lasts longer? Keep up the good work. Well, happen to be a concrete fan. I find that it definitely will last longer if it's properly installed. Key component, proper installation. Proper installation would include proper drainage beneath the concrete with good crushed stone that will drain the water away. The right concrete mix, 4 inches of concrete that is a 6-bag or more mix that has the right finish. The surface is sealed and tight so that we don't get moisture absorption into the surface. So a concrete fan here, but you certainly will see a lot of concrete people and blacktop people down at the home show. So let that be your chance to shop around. Hey, there's more Hammertime TV coming right after this.
Choosing the right contractor can make the difference between a successful home renovation project and a disaster. It can be confusing and scary. But before you start to panic, visit hammertimetv.com. We've brought together the area's most respected and trustworthy home improvement experts. Visit us before you go anywhere else. hammertimetv.com. Buy right the first time. Buy from the Hammertime TV family of contractors. Quality work is what makes Salino Plumbing your #1 choice. But it's also about
our same-day service.
Fully stocked trucks,
ready to go, keeping you informed every step of the way.
And it's about the booties.
And drop cloths too.
Knowledgeable, friendly, and neat make Salino Western New York's plumbing experts.
Call 6-8-FLUSH. Salino 6-8-FLUSH.
Customers choose Lakeshore Savings not only because we're a local bank, they choose us because they know they can depend on us. Being headquartered right here in Western New York ensures that you'll receive quick answers to all your questions from people living right in your community. Lakeshore Savings has a history of strong support to local businesses. We're proud of the firms we've helped to develop and grow in Western New York. Let our commercial lenders partner with you to build your future. Banking with your best interest in mind. It's how we do business.
Hey yous, you got a bunch of these? You want to turn them into these? Come on down and talk to me. I'm going to take this and turn it into this in 2 weeks. Don't ask me how I do it. I've been doing this for a long time. Come on and talk to me. I'm here every Tuesday.
Don't trust your precious memories to that guy. Let the courteous and professional staff at Buffalo Video Transfers convert your old videos to DVD. Just $19.95 per tape and $12.95 for any additional copy after that. Visit BuffaloVideoTransfers.com, a division of Key Video Productions.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Key Video Productions. Key Video, producing persuasive and compelling content to help grow your business. And by Tim Martin, muralist and decorative painter. Transform the ordinary to the extraordinary.
In 2006, we decided to become our own company, family-owned. My brother and I, we opened AVA Roofing.
Why people should choose Ava? Because we are a family-owned and operated business, so we take time on every job we're doing it. As far as quality control, every project we do, we fully inspect it before and after the job is done. It's really important to have license and the permits for every job you do.
We're properly insured and licensed in every town, and we get the job done right. Many homeowners don't really realize they need a new roof until they get water coming into the house.
Oh, my roof was in terrible shape. I called Ava because they were recommended by friends of mine.
When customer calls us, we set up a time in the day for the visual inspection and to provide you a written estimate on the job site.
They showed up, completed the estimate, had the thing all graphed out before the other guys even returned my call.
Once we provide you with a free proposal, you have a couple of days to think about the quote. If you decide to hire us, we'll come out, sign the agreement. We do not take any deposits for our jobs. Once we're ready to do the work, we'll call you 3 days ahead of time to confirm the date and the colors and the specs for the job.
When we pull in, we usually park on the street.
12-man crew comes out, sets up the ladders, the scaffolds.
Hanging tarps on the roof so we protect the siding and the windows and the screens.
To make sure all the landscaping is protected, because that is priority for us. Once the roof is stripped, we water tie it.
Ice shield, synthetic paper, whatever we use on all our roofs.
They had a foreman on the job, and he made me feel like I was the most important person, and my concerns is what they took care of.
We always work together and always communicate with customers.
Throughout the process, we make sure that everything goes smooth. We have 2 of our brothers that always monitor the job site. They're always installing, making sure the quality is being done.
He wants perfection, and that's what his workers deliver.
And then everything's done, we really take time on the detail, on the cleanup.
Whatever mess they made, it was spotless before those guys left the work site.
Left the job site better than it was before they came. You know, there's not a nail on the ground, just a professional job, courteous and kind to my neighbors.
We'll give you 10-year labor warranty on full replacement, and then there's also material warranty.
If I ever have a question about the roof, I call them up and Ava responds within 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most, either on phone or on Facebook.
They'll have a part in my future. I mean, this isn't the last house I'll buy, and I'm sure that I'll need them, and they'll be the first person I call.
If you're in the market for a new roof or need a repair done in your house,
visit us on our website, avaroofing.com. You can also send us a text message.
Or simply ask your neighbor, because we probably did their roof.
Hank Brick started H.W. Brick & Sons in 1987. Our company is specialized in all facets of HVAC work. Air conditioning, furnaces, swap outs, new builds, new ductwork, custom ductwork, residential and light commercial. So recently we've kind of set ourselves up as an expert in zoning, which is you can put dampers in all the ductwork, you can put separate thermostats throughout the house, and you can have up to 4 zones if you want to, which means you can have different temperatures in different areas. The master bedroom, the kids' bedroom, the living room, cool the areas you want to cool, heat the areas you want to heat, so it makes you more comfortable. A lot of times it's you just mention to the customer and they get interested in it and it sells itself really.
When I actually built this home in '02, I could never get the heat regulated or the air regulated in this one living room. So Matt came over himself and he took a look at the assessment. Then he opened my mind up to sectioning off the heating or the air conditioning. I was like, that makes total sense.
So zoning has basically 2 different types of systems. There's pneumatic and electric. Electric is low voltage wiring, like a thermostat wire. Pneumatic is air driven, so vacuum and air pressure. Both are reliable, both have great warranties, both do the same job, just application.
Since I hired Brick to come in and do this work, during the day, I only keep the living room, dining room open, and I'm 100% comfortable. In the evening, I shut that off, open up my bedroom, and I'm 100% comfortable. And my bills have gone down.
Customers can benefit from rebates and tax credits with this equipment. There's the actual fuel rebates or from your service provider, 10-year warranties as long as the equipment's registered. Customers protected and they can save their money when they purchase a product. The areas we service are pretty much all Western New York, Northern Erie County, Niagara County. We have customers in Rochester, we have customers in Ellicottville. We're all free estimates. We just walk through all the options, the benefits, the different equipment, giving the customer what they need, being honest with them. We don't sell them anything they don't need.
Hire them. They're great, not just with the work that they accomplished, but the scheduling. They never didn't show up when they said they were going to. They always were here, and their workmanship was immaculate.
Customers can get a hold of us at hwbrykandsons.com or at our phone number at 297-2901. HW Brick & Sons. Let our family take care of your family.
Closed captioning is made possible by Ventura's CarStar Collision.
CarStar, relax. We'll take it from here.
There is only one car like it in the world. Not long ago, it got in an accident. Then it was taken to Ventura's. And now it looks like this. Brian's car. At Ventura's CarStar Collision, we repair your car.
For over 30 years, Quality Filtration has been providing clean, healthy, and safe water for homes and businesses across Western New York. As an authorized distributor of Everpure water treatment systems, our filtration process removes more contaminants, sediment, and bacteria, giving you superior tasting drinking water. And when it comes time for a filter change, we have the lowest prices in town. Call Quality Filtration today. We'll filter your water problems away.
I'm a third-generation concrete contractor. Grandfather started the business 60 years ago. We have upwards of 100 years experience on our crew. We install stamped concrete, exposed aggregate concrete, and standard broom finish concrete, comprising of patios, driveways, garage pads, in-ground pool surrounds, walkways, porches, and steps. I've been big since day one on providing quality, efficient, and speedy service. If you're looking for concrete and you need help, call Real Help at 997-3058 or visit our website, realhelpconcrete.com.
Flooring Solutions of Western New York offers a knowledgeable and comprehensive approach to your flooring needs. With over 100 years of collective experience, we offer the best quality and contemporary styles with experienced professional installation. Whether it's the beauty and comfort of carpet, elegance and style of hardwood, or luxury vinyl tile that gives you the contemporary look of wood or tile, we offer unmatched versatility and durability. Flooring Solutions of Western New York.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Lakeshore Savings Bank, putting people first.
Welcome back to the program, made possible by Key Video Productions and Cortese Construction. Up next, our show producer, Ben Fantasky, is with Bob Panozny from Beauty Pools, based right here in Lancaster. It's definitely not too early to think about where you want to spend those lazy, hazy summer days. Oh, and by the way, it's the final day of the Buffalo Home Show, so be sure to head down to the convention center and check out the Beauty Pools display. They'll be there, and so will we. Here's Ben.
If you can dream it, we can build it in any shape or size. That's the beauty of Beauty Pools, and for over 60 years, the company has built its reputation on it. I'm here with Bob Panozny, design consultant for Beauty Pools, to tell us more. Bob, thanks so much for being with me today.
Going, Ben?
How are you?
Really great. What a beautiful day in West New York, and what better place to be than poolside.
Absolutely. So, Bob, the backyard has become more or less a personal oasis.
It certainly is. It's at the point where people don't want to do the traveling, don't want to pack the kids into the car to go to the country club. Walk into your backyard after a hard day's work and really get the most out of your own property.
The options are limitless, and we're going to get to that in just a second, but let's say, for instance, I'm ready to get the backyard pool, and I have some sort of vision of what I want to do, but what are some of the things that I should consider before diving in?
You know, there are so many different aspects to take into consideration. Number one, obviously, size of the property, size of the yard, what'll actually work, but also the needs of the customer. What's going to fit their family? Do they have 2 kids? Do they have 10 kids? And so forth. I mean, it just goes on from there in the designing phases on how that pool is going to be used. Do you want a deep end, shallow end, and so forth?
This is a 30-plus year thing that you're going to look at in your backyard.
Without a doubt, they are built to last forever. Obviously, we guarantee our gunite shells for life. And it is our construction people that get it to that point where we can do that.
Bob, what's the process and how long does it take before I'm swimming laps?
First thing, obviously, is the design work. We really have to nail down what's going to work out and look the best in your yard. From there, it comes down to all the construction phases, from layout, excavation, the steel work, the gunite work. There's tile, plaster, there's many, many phases that we go through to get from point A to point B. On a regular everyday pool, you're looking at roughly about a 6-week process. You can get into something like this where, again, you're looking at a summer-long process. It depends on how far you want to take your project.
Every customer is different, and every customer may want different features. Fountains, waterfalls, streams, technology, let's talk about that.
It is truly limitless. Technology is the one thing people absolutely love. It makes their life easier. If you're able to set up a salt system where you don't have to add chlorine, you're not coming out cleaning your pool because there's an in-floor cleaning system. You're basically hitting an app on your phone that allows you to pretty much do everything you need.
I remember back in the day when my dad was just so frustrated about having to care and maintain the pool. Now it seems like the pool takes care of itself.
They really do. And on the other end, let's say you're not that customer that wants to be bothered. We even offer weekly maintenances where we can come out, help take care of the pool for you so you don't need to be bothered at all.
So let's talk a little bit more about the service department.
Certainly. As far as service goes, we do have the largest service department in West New York. We have over 14 crews running every day of the week. Not only the Buffalo area, we go as far as Syracuse and so forth, servicing pools of customers that we've built pools for and customers that obviously need that service that aren't ours.
Bob, how do our viewers get in touch with Beauty Pools?
Our number is 716-683-9500.
Excellent. Bob, thank you so much for being with me today. If your dream is to be on vacation every day in your own backyard, give Beauty Pools a call today.
If hanging drywall takes brute strength, taping and coating takes finesse. Today I'm going to teach you how to properly apply joint compound to the walls so that you're not oversanding at the end of the project. The tools you're going to need today are a drywall knife, a hawk or mud pan, mesh and paper tape, and don't forget the joint compound. Before we apply any mud, we're going to want to make sure that the surface is smooth. There's nothing more annoying when you're getting into the flow of coating and you hit a nail head. So we're going to go over the board and just see if we do have any nail heads. We do have one here. So we're going to want to remove that so it doesn't get in our way when we are coating. We want to take the back of our knife and just dimple that in. Now we're going to scoop out some joint compound and put it into our mud pan and get ready to start skimming the drywall. First thing we're going to do is we're going to tackle those screw heads. We're going to take a small knife and just put a little bit of mud on it, and we're going to take it and do a crisscross over it. We want to make sure we take every bit of excess joint compound off, because whatever you leave on, you have to sand off. Now that we have our screw heads coated, it's time to move on to taping the seams. The goal of taping is to fill in the void between two factory edges. That's how little mud we actually are going to need. We're going to apply our mesh tape to our flat seam. Now that we have our mesh tape on, we're ready to apply joint compound. I like to use an 8-inch knife. You may have a different preference, but this is my tool of choice. We're first going to take a little bit of mud on the tip of the blade, and we're going to fill in all the way down this seam with a very, very little bit of joint compound. Making sure to get it in all of the mesh. Now that we have mud applied to the wall, we're going to take it off actually. The goal is to keep this knife nice and clean so that you're not dragging any cookies along the way with you in the joint compound. You're going to keep 2 fingers on the knife, focusing on pressure on the outside finger of the blade. You're going to start at the top and pull it all the way down. So we're taking off the majority of what we put on. Again, the goal is less is more here. The more joint compound that's on the wall at the end of the 3 coats means more sanding and more mess. So be conscientious of that on the first coat. Now that the joint compound is applied to the drywall, we have to wait. The mud needs to cure 100% before we apply the second coat. After you have 3 coats of mud on, you will lightly sand off the excess mud and then you are ready to prime and paint. Well, it looks like I've got some time to kill. We're off to the next job. We'll see you next time.
What we've been doing here for the last 40 years is simple. It's not easy, and it's not a secret. We just try to do the right thing.
That's why every customer gets our 5-year total trust guarantee.
Total trust? We just gave it a name. It's something we've always done.
Making the customer happy in the end is what we strive for. It's a simple secret to success. Do the right thing.
Back in 1964, my mom and dad started Twin City Glass in North Tonawanda. We offer shower doors and mirrors. We carry 3 different lines. We consider them to be the best available. Today's bathrooms are becoming so monumental. Everything's different. There's not one shower door fits all anymore. We pride ourselves on the custom end of our business, and we feel our products are also superior to what everyone else out there is using. If you're in the market for a new shower door, mirrors, upgrading your bathroom, call Twin City Glass, 716-694-3300, or visit our website at twincityglass.com.
Every Gorilla floor is not the same. Pitted, cracked concrete. We can repair the floor.
The thing that impressed us most was the fact that they just didn't come in one day and go out one day. They let the epoxy set, they let it cure off, real happy.
Gorilla Garage Gear. Go, go, Gorilla.
Hi again, Kaylee here. So with spring rolling in this Wednesday, you're probably thinking about the multiple outdoor landscape jobs that are on your to-do list. Keep in mind that at CJ Krantz, we have a special divider system in our boxes that allows us to deliver 2 entirely different products and amounts to your home at one time. Why pay for 2 delivery charges when you don't have to? Buy from the best. Buy from CJ Krantz Organics.
How you doing, folks? Tim Martin here. Going to give you some tips on how to do some basic painting. We're going to start with taping. If you don't tape right, your job won't go as smoothly as planned. To demonstrate, I have a sample board here. We are going to tape a line off. You've heard that the tapes will seal and not make the paint bleed underneath. That doesn't work all the time. I'm going to show you an old painter's trick. Now you've already painted your wall a base color. You're going to take that base color and you're going to go over your tape edge and seal it with that base color paint. The bleed is now the same color as what your wall is. It goes back underneath the tape. So now your new color that's going to go in your line or whatever you're separating with this tape will not seep under. That's how this is going to work. And the benefit of this is, if any of you have ever taped off before, and you take your tape off and now you've got all these little bleed jagged edges, This should take care of all of your problems where you have a nice, clean, sharp edge. As you see, a perfect line every time. Okay, I'm not done with this project yet. So, I want to go have lunch. What do I do with these wet brushes? Here's a quick tip. You might have plastic bags hanging around. You take your bag, place a brush in, start to wrap it, take your other brush, follow behind, wrap them up. Set it aside and you're good. They're not going to dry. After your project, you want to clean your brushes because it's costly. If you don't, you're going to have to buy new ones, and these babies are pretty expensive. So let me show you what we got to do. First, get the water running. You want lukewarm. I start rinsing with my hand. Then I take detergent. Little dab will do you. You want to work it in to the furrow. That's all the way down here where the metal meets the bristles. And work it around. And if you do have problems, paint might have set, you take a wire brush and run it with your bristles, like so. Now you rinse. And there you go, a clean brush. So remember, the next time you take on that painting project, tape, bag, and clean. This is Tim Martin saying goodbye. Remember, it's no fun watching paint dry.
Well, that's our show for this morning. As always, I encourage you to support our hardworking home improvement contractors that are part of our Hammertime TV family. They have integrity, they have quality, and best of all, you're supporting local families and local businesses. So from the staff and crew at Key Video and all of us here at Hammertime TV, remember to tune in to Hammertime Radio this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on WBEN. And then we'll see you next week back here on Channel 2 for a brand new edition of Hammertime TV. Have a safe and happy St. Patrick's Day. Hi, Domenic Cortese here. For over 60 years, my family has helped build West New York with products and supplies from our friends at Scranton's Thruway Builders. I want to invite you to experience that same quality and service that we've come to expect. So, what are you waiting for? Stop on down and let Scranton's help turn your dreams into reality.